Plarium finally pulled their head out of their ass on this whole Primal Shard Mythical Champion thing, and they've made some changes. What's up, guys? Finally, he sleeps here, back again with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Plarium decided to make some changes to these Primal Shards, and they had made an announcement today about what was happening. We're going to take a look at those here first. Make sure you subscribe, though, before you do anything. It is a simple free gesture, and it does make a huge difference on the Raid YouTube channel. So appreciate you guys doing that. All right, so let's get into this and take a look at what we're talking about with these shard changes. This is the announcement that they just made. We'll be tweaking the mercy system for mythical champions with the server restart. The chance of getting a mythical champion after the 200th primal shard will increase by 1%, as it is right now, up to 10% per shard. So what it was is you were opening up 200 of these primal shards before there was ever a bump. And then it was only going to go up by 1% across each one, which is crazy. That is not enough to even really make a difference on anything. But now 10% per shard does make a big difference. That means you're guaranteed a mythical champion on your 210th shard. But if you're getting to 200 shards, that's a lot of primals to begin with. And last but not least, balance of primal shards for the existing shards offers will be tweaked. Number of shards and offers will be increased. So the primal pack in the shop will contain 7 instead of 5. So it's increasing by 40%. So 40% increase is good if you're buying stuff in there. I don't buy anything in the market for this game or in the store, other than like the raid card and maybe some of the forge passes. But if you're watching here on this channel, we are almost 100% focused on free to play with raids. So that's not going to help us at all. But let's take a look at the primal shards and now their new mercy system for this. First, the primals are giving out rares most of the time, which sucks. We've already talked about this. They do give out a 16% chance for epics, which is double that of an ancient or a void. And it's 1% of legendary, which again is double that of an ancient or a void. But it's that 0.5% for mythical. So they're halfway between ancients and sacreds. But if you're wanting a legendary, sacreds are going to be the way to go. That's why sacreds are at the bottom. They're still the most important shard. That's what I talk about in the one video on when the primals were released and discussing the difference between them. But the mercy system here was always awful. It was after 200 summons without a legendary, it increases by 5% for ancient and void. And that plus 1% for primal made no sense on the mythical because of where it was kind of lined up with ancient and void. But now jumping it to 10%, it just makes a lot more sense. Honestly, these weren't tough changes for them to make. Even the 40% increase in the store, the cost on these things, if you're buying stuff for this game, was just stupid. It was stupid ridiculous. So it's a good change. I wasn't really that upset with the drop rate, because if you look at the drop rate for mythicals at 0.5%, that's the same as getting a legendary void or getting a legendary from an ancient. And we're not going to see any bumps in the percentage drop of mythical in any kind of an event. But they also said that they're going to move forward to make mythicals easier to obtain, which means that instead of waiting until next year for that double mythical drop kind of thing where it goes from 0.5% to 1%, which, I mean, instead of a 1 in 200, it would drop to a 1 in 100 chance. It seems like that might be sooner, or maybe something else is coming to make it a little bit easier. But again, I would say it's still in your best interest to hold these primal shards for now, and see what happens with anything that Plarium does. And moving forward, we'll see. And hopefully there's some more mythicals that get dropped in here as well. That's it. Good changes, but we need to have the changes we really need are, we need more opportunities for primal shards and the primal crystals, primal quartz. We need more opportunities for those to make the rest of it viable. Yeah. I'm Finally He Sleeps. As long as you guys keep tuning in, I'll keep making videos. Thanks for watching. If you haven't noticed, my YouTube channel has expanded. Subscribe here for Raid Shadow Legends content, but make sure you check out my other channels as well for EA Sports FC, everything automotive over at Gearheads, and visit Cringeworthy for a few laughs. Subscribe links are right over there.